Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your new 2025 Jayflight 262 RLS travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when you're parking it. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning. On your off campsite, besides your slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord is going to plug in all the way here on the rear of the unit, and then your docking station is all the way back up at the front. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Docking station just ahead of your slide on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Put your park. Get your hitch removed. Next thing we'll do is level our unit. Got a power tongue jack here with a night docking light should you arrive at night. Raise or lower the unit until you're level. Now, should you lose power, under that rubber stopper right there, this thin little hand crank will get on a bolt down in there and get this up and down should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery post every now and then, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit got these scissor stabilizing jacks and a 3/4 inch hand crank. Now you can use a drill gun. I don't recommend using an impact driver. Sometimes the strength of those will tear this little mechanism apart here. So drill gun or this hand crank. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads on the ground are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jack from dirt and debris, and most importantly, keep them from sinking into blacktop. Top blacktop, and some of these will sink into. So run these down. Remember, our unit's already level. Run these down just until you got some tension on here, and you know you're stabilizing it. Get all four of those down. Got our unit level, stable. We can hook up our power and water. There's your rear ones here. I'm a little higher, so yeah, do recommend 2 or 3 stabilizing jacks if you want. The shorter you have to crank them down, the better. Again, our power cord back here, big long 30 amp cord that plugs in like a pistol grip here. Turn it at 11 o'clock, turn it to noon, put that black washer on. There's your 30 amp service. There will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer that comes in your convenience pack. Got your power hooked up. Hook up your water. First off, grab your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator will reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit, especially if you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. And then turn your hose on. Step inside and go and open up your slide if you need to. Once you get in there and open up all of your water taps, your sinks, your showers, get a nice steady flow of water going through them, get all the air out of the lines, shut them off, and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping, boondocking as we like to call it. In that case, over here on the campsite is where you'll fill up your freshwater tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here, simply gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. There's an overflow valve right here, or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that while you're filling it up. Don't leave it unattended while you're filling it. Once it's full, put that cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and hook the city water. That is already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp. We got power, we got water. Walk you around the rest of the camp, or the trailer here, starting up here in the front. Again, our power tongue jack with the manual override. Here's your propane. It is on a regulator, lefty loosey to open. Point it toward the tank you wish to be using. You're all set. There's your battery again. Cover for your propane. When you put them on, always point your flap to the back. That way, if these do wiggle loose, then that flap won't flip off and fly out of the way. It'll not catch the wind. Down your off camp side, your big pass-through storage here. Again, stabilizing jacks. Just the flue for your furnace. Few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of them. Them do get hot. And we also sell bug guards for those. Really good investment. Keep the bees and bugs out of there. This is your hot water heater. This turns on out here, and then you'll turn it on indoors. I'll send you a video from Suburban. Really simple system. Down below that, we got an outdoor shower, black and gray holding tanks. Again, your city water connection, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black tanks. I want to tell you on your slides, these slide seals, the best thing to do is apply this spray to them several times a year. It's going to keep them flexible and pliable. That's what you want that to stay. That's going to add to the longevity of your slides. Keep water out. Just really important to keep them flexible. Back here's where you're plugging cable at your campsite. Here's prep for a ladder. Get some type of ladder. Get up there. It's a fully walkable roof. Walk up there, check the seams in your roof, and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. I recommend going up there every 60, 90 days. Just get up there and check it out. That bakes in the sun. You want to make sure nothing starts cracking and getting bad for you. Again, our power back here. Keep this cover on your spare tire. That's going to keep that from dry rotting. Underneath here's a quick connect LP. I'm going to put a griddle out here. Your awning does have a pitch control either end. You can pull this down, and in a light rain, that'll run your rainwater away. I recommend bringing it in any type of rain or winds. It's great for shade, a sprinkle maybe, but bring it in, save yourself the trouble. They're great to have. You don't want to lose them in a rainstorm with high winds. A couple outdoor speakers, vent for your hood range. Put a TV out here. Cable here, a couple of 110s here. So we got a couple of low point drains over here. The one with the white handle is going to be your freshwater. The one with two, black and red, are going to be your regular low point drains for the rest of the unit. You have a separate entryway for your bedroom. Just recommend keeping that locked when you're traveling. Covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up beside your unit. First thing I always like to point out your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry door in case of emergency. Up to your right as you come in are a couple controls here. Here's where we'll check the levels of our battery, fresh, black, and gray tanks. We're still going through and dumping those as we see those levels. Here's where you turn on your water pump to get you that freshwater tank. Over here is interior lights and awning lights. Speaking of your awning, you only want to run that awning out until that flap falls down. You can see that bar there. If you hold that extend down, that will flip up onto itself, and start to run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. As that comes in, over here is our slide control. It's slide out already. I'll utilize that when we close the unit up. All right, I just want to show you, this is how you want your recliner for traveling. That's going to clear the slide, and it's going to keep it from banging up against that one. This one here can regular strap this way, but it'll also fit if you turn it the other way, matching that one. Brings us into the living room. This will turn into a cup holder or a jackknife down. Sofa into a bed. Storage under that. Oops. Put it back in place. Storage under that. It just folds down with little hooks here. Your table will lift up off these bars. Remove the bars. Take your table. Put it on these rubber stoppers. Put your flat cushions on top. Another place to sleep. All prepped for a television. Just when you do hook it up, this is going to go in to your TV, and then in here where this green button is, you can plug in your cable here, and that is going to be your antenna. Make sure that green light is on. On the counter here, IVR Technologies, sound system, AM, FM, Bluetooth, indoor and outdoor speakers. My sound system toucher wants to mute, hold it in to shut it off. Also in our ceiling here is going to be our smoke alarm. AC unit, which we'll go to right now. Down the thermostat here. There's our fan. Set that fan. There's your cool. Crank the AC up. Get a quick dump here. Again. Shut that off. Generally the ACs will shut off rather quickly. It's a high fan right now. I'm going to circle right through to furnace. Get that at 90. Where's my return for that? We'll hear it. There we go. Shut that off. That might take a minute or two to cycle through before it shuts off. Coming back into our bathroom. There's our return. You'll hear it here. You hear it shut off. I'll send you a video from Suburban. That's where you turn on your water temperature. It's real simple. Turn your lights here. 110 with GFCI reset. Plumbing. Here is your access panel, square head screws. Same thing in the kitchen. Square headed screws in here. Access to your plumbing. Keep an eye on your plumbing. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Off to the right in there is where your water pump is for winterization. But just keep an eye on your plumbing. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose. These doors you want snapped closed for travel. You have a hand crank open vent there. Snap this closed, or in this case open. Snap that open for travel. Prep for a TV. Keep that on there. If you ever do want to wire this for solar, right there's where a solar panel or solar controller will hook up at. You have storage under your bedding. It holds up with these new hydraulics, really nice. And that about covers everything on the inside. I do want to mention our carbon monoxide propane detector. Now that is 12 volts, so think about that if you are out dry camping. If you have nothing plugged in charging your solar or your batteries, then this is going to run your battery down. So find a way to get a battery disconnect for this if you do a lot of dry camping. Alright, that about covers everything on the inside. It's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by shutting off my lights. Then I know any other lights that are on are accent lights that I need to shut off myself. Remember, we do have these seats, chairs to put in their proper position, charging port back there. A lot of individual lighting in this unit. It's nice because you can just turn on one or two, however much lighting you want in the unit. And with all them off, I go back to my control panel, turn on my interior lights, and say doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed, snapped open, snapped closed, vent closed, snap closed, door closed, especially if that catches on that slide. It's going to be dangerous. Doors and drawers are closed. Batten down any hatches, anything that's loose, and bring slide in. The bottom always pops up first. Because the slide mechanism is on the bottom. See with that turned, how that clears. This chair is fine. You're gonna hear it make that noise. That's telling you that the unit is up, the slide's all the way in. Go ahead and let go of the button. Biggest thing on these steps, whether bringing them up or down, is to make sure that exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this will catch on it. See how close it comes when we come in. Feet are also adjustable with a cotter pin. Now these are the new ones. Just press down on this. Let's see if I can get this up and show how to do that. Or just press up this way on that, and that's going to release that. Lock that in. It's going to keep that from banging against your screen. Now, if we're out dry camping, before you leave the dump station, or anywhere else, lock, deadbolt, lift and turn that handle. We're out dry camping. Get up underneath here, dump our freshwater drain, come on down here, bring up all of our stabilizing jacks, and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. If we're at a campsite, bring up our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. He dumps about 7 feet in front of your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Got a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your handle on the right. That's gonna be your black tank. It's gonna be your sewage. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. Shows empty or pretty close to it. Come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station and hook up to the tank flush. Again, emphasizing, leaving that black handle open. Turn on that hose and let that run for a good 5 minutes. I'm gonna wash that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained. Close your black and pull your gray. While my grays are draining, come on around here and dump our regular low point drains. Now remember, that gray tank is going to be cleaner water, sinks and showers. I'm going to clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, close that gray, take that sewage hose, and conveniently, and more importantly sanitarily, store it right here in your bumper where it says squeeze. Store it in there and head on home. Again, so thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Jayflight for many years to come. Happy camping.